Hello, and welcome back to another video. This is the second part of last week's video, going more in depth into my entire drawing process, and today we'll be going over the coloring process. Step 1 of part 2 is the base colors that I do in Copic markers. This part I color in whatever I can with marker, but because I don't have every marker color, some parts are blank, but that's okay, I can work with that. I use marker for the base, since obviously you can color over marker with pencil, but you can't color marker. You can't color marker on top of pencil, but you can color pencil on top of marker. That's what I mean. And with markers, it's really easy just to get a nice flat color, which is the point of base colors. Step 2 is where most of the coloring happens. This is where I added all the details and shading with my favorite color pencils. You probably know Prismacolors is my preferred brand for this step. Coloring with colored pencils is usually what takes the longest in this part, because this is where the majority of the color is being put down. I always color each item or piece or section of the drawing with at least 3 colors. So one is just the main normal color, then one darker than that color for shadows, and one a little bit lighter than the main color for highlights. Then I always blend everything together with the ever so useful colorless blender pencil, which I have 3 of because I go through them so quickly. I always prefer doing softer shading, meaning that my color has, in my case, a little too much blending, and there's no hard shadows. I just find this style easier for me to understand and get the hang of, and it lets me utilize kind of all my colors more. I can't really do that with hard shading. Lastly, step 3 is me putting on the final touches. I always take my white Jelly Roll pen, with every drawing, and I use that to add highlights along almost every line. I always love how the last step kind of brings the whole piece together. I usually like it, like in this piece, throw in a kind of quick background with watercolor, just to fill in the white blank space, and everything looks whole in the end. So that's about it. That's going into my entire drawing process. If you have any more questions, things that I missed or forgot to mention, please ask away in the comments. I love answering questions. Like always, likes, comments, and subscribes are always appreciated. Leave a suggestion for a future video down below, and I will see you next week.